So I've been working on a project trying to convince my family to go for washable menstrual pads and, well, other loved ones too. So I don't know if you remember me showing this piñata, which I stuffed with tampons and maxi pads and panty liners. And anyway, I'm trying to convince people, show how, how much waste, like that's a lot of material that just goes into landfills and whatever. And also it's not healthy for a person. So I'm trying to show my loved ones that it's best to go with something like this. I've been helping a group called what is it? The Days for Girls? Yeah. Anyway, and they were kind enough to give me a couple of these to give out. And because we were, the last time I was there, we were making for pads to be shipped to Muslim young women, and I guess the cowboys and Indians thing, that was not going to work out for them. So anyway, I think it's great. I love this. I don't know why this is offensive. There are actually no Indians. It's just cowboys roping. But even if it were, I don't see how it's offensive. I just think it's kind of cute and, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, my sister had sent me this for my birthday, and I'm not going to use it. And it came from a long way off. And I will explain in my post why I'm not going to use this. And anyway, what I'd wanted to do, I didn't get that far along. So there's these packages that they give out for us to sew. And then I went and bought some other fabric and stuff. And I wanted to cut a bunch of this stuff and then make packages for each one of my family members. And I've just used my vegetable packages, and I traced out on cardboard, which was just going to go into the recycling anyway, the pattern. And I went to the public library and I photocopied all of the instructions. So I photocopied, there were 3 different types of instructions so that my family could try that out. And I'm hoping that they have a group up in the Peace Country where I'm bringing this stuff. But if they don't, then that's fine. At least it'll teach my family members. So what I wanted to do was take one of these and that they were giving me, and the ones that I make myself, and put them in the little orange, the mandarin orange bags that I have in these packages. So each one, and then have all the fabric for people to sew themselves, sew their own products themselves. So and what I was hoping to do is give these out for like, say, 9-10-year-old, and anyway, show kind of like a little party. So I want to have something inside heart-shaped boxes, which I'm going to put that on, but the roses, so that feels special. And I made these hearts, and let's see, did I put the stuff in? I think I put it in already. So I'm going to have to set this down so I can open this up, because it's just too hard for me to do that with the camera in the hand. So anyway, what I've done is I put a little note in here, and so this one, I've written out some stuff. So this is from Amanda Laird's book Heavy Flow, which was just published this year, 2019. The level of chemicals in a tampon are low, but you aren't exposing yourself to one tampon, but thousands. Menstrual product manufacturers aren't currently required to disclose the ingredients in their products. Women's Voice for Earth 2018 study tested 4 conventional brands and 2 organic brands of tampons for chemicals. All 4 conventional brands included at least one known carcinogen. They contain carbon disulfide, used in the production of rayon. Exposure to carbon disulfide is associated with an increased risk of menstrual disorders, early menopause, and hormonal disturbances. A woman uses 11,000 disposable tampons or pads over the course of her life unless she chooses to use reusable cotton menstrual products instead. They wash easily and last for a woman's entire life. Streptococcus pyogenes and Staphylococcus aureus cause toxic shock syndrome. A 2018 study confirmed that bacteria that cause toxic shock syndrome associated with tampon use can grow on a menstrual cup. There has been 1 death from toxic shock syndrome linked to use of a menstrual cup. Tampons can cause micro tears, which leave you susceptible to infection. So I'm going to stick that back in this heart, and there's different notes that offer important information in each heart, and they're just in that little box. So I'm gonna continue to work on this project, but I have to bring this to somebody because I'm gonna visit them. So I'll talk about that later. This is our dinner that we're having right now. It's just edamame pasta and some beans and stuff.
Golden or yellow beans?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I'll put that
String
stuff
beans,
away
I don't
later.
like. No, beans, string.
Oh, sorry, honey.
What?
I thought I'd be
It's-
done that earlier. Ugh.
Yeah.
So, oh, there's my food. I lost it. I was like, what did I do with my food?
Ate it already, eh?
Oh, gone.
Or the magpie.
Maybe the magpie or the raccoon got it.
The raccoon.
Took
Maybe
the plate
they shared
with him.
It. Raccoon and the
Gosh, darn
magpie.
it.
It seems like a Aesopian fable, right?
Yeah. So anyway, I just put that was a big guy.
Was that a bumblebee, you think?
I think so. It was pretty huge.
Yeah, it seemed threatening, but I think bumblebees are okay.
Yeah, I'm
with it.
fine with them. I love seeing them. I
Well,
don't
I'm
see them
generally
very
okay
often.
with bees.
Yeah.
Wasps are a little more inquisitive. The things I don't like are those horseflies,
Yeah, I know.
because they're out to get you.
Yep, they really are. Anyway, I just put, I drizzled cold pressed extra virgin olive oil on our beans and our salad. With the salad, I put apple cider vinegar, but I drizzled honey on yours
Awesome.
because you seem to like it that way. It's really quite a boring meal that I made. So, do you want to talk about this movie, James?
Yeah, because you were awfully busy.
I was
Yeah,
busy.
it's
This
kinda-
King of Thieves,
Yeah.
and
No,
James.
this is based on a real story, is that?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love watching these real story ones. You know, like the acting was good. Michael Caine's playing a not very nice fellow. And it's no secret. This is not a spoiler.
And you told me that the first movie you saw with Michael Caine was something about a robbery, and you think
I think
that's
it's like
why.
Jewel Thieves. I think that's why they cast
Why
it.
they cast
but,
it.
I don't think that was based on a real story. It was a gambit. So long ago, I can't remember the exact crime. I was impressed with him, I gotta say, in that role, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well, I guess they were too, because they cast him for this.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you cast him properly, he's going to give you a good job. Kind of like not very nice person, and he's got to basically be something like Cockney. Don't have him do an accent. In other words, an accent other than his own. True story, biggest and most daring diamond heist in British history. So I don't have to do a spoiler alert. You know, the guys get caught, and they're a bunch of morons. But these are a lot higher class than the typical muggers. It's just amazing how stupid criminals are. Yeah, Pauline was asking, surely this can't be in the age of computers, and yeah, it was. And they were using all sorts of high tech to catch these guys. They were a little low tech, like any criminal nowadays who doesn't understand. You don't steal real things. You use computers to steal numbers. You don't even steal money. You know how you say it's stuff on the internet's insecure, you know, like it just disappeared. And one of the ways to make things disappear is to make things disappear into your pocket. Of course, a lot of stuff, if they're not careful, it's just going to disappear in thin air. But anyway, this
I
was.
think it will. I mean, it's not real anymore. There's, who knows? Really, with money, like what's real and what's not. It's not. I don't believe that there's any wealth left in the world. It's all been sucked out.
Well, a lot of it is, like wealth is created by people who actually do things. But the people who got it now are people who are pencil pushers and stuff like that. A bunch of idiots. They don't produce any value. Stuff like that. No, they're thieves. A capitalist is a thief, on average, and some are worse than others. Donald Trump, for example. But there's a big difference between that and robbery, and any other system that's ever been down the pike, and systems that have come since capitalists that have been fighting against capitalism. Some of them new, some not so new.
Like I saw,
they're all robbers, right?
I saw the one part with the guy breaking the chair. And at first you see these old guys and you're like, oh, well, they're just a bunch of harmless old men. But that guy did a good job, that actor.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he looked threatening.
Yeah. Well, the deal is, you look at Stalin. He was an old guy and he was a killer, right? Very often they'll offshore the stuff or offload it onto someone else. But the worst killers, and Mao Zedong was awful. He didn't mellow with age, I don't think. Stalin didn't really. So maybe he did, I don't know. But the famine he
And you've already watched that Notorious, you said.
Notorious, B.I.G. Here's the deal.
I didn't know. I borrowed it from the library for him again. He'd already seen it.
Yeah, he didn't know how to do his letters. And so what he was trying to, when he put Notorious B, he put an extra stroke in there. He was really trying to spell his Truth in Advertising, Notorious P.I.G. But that's a bad joke, but I'm trying. Anyway, it's a pretty lousy movie about an even worse person, and lousy. Yeah, I can't even call it music. It's kind of intoning, stupid, dumb, buttocked, we'll say, lyrics and stuff like that. So, late and unlamented. Well, I guess it's not that late. I don't know when he died. Was it? It was sometime last millennium. So. Maybe someone killed him because he wasn't. That they hated his so-called music. Okay. Yeah, Suge Knight. This is the guy who's.
I think I cut all of the stems off. I'm always scared with beans.
Yeah, I know. Those
Makes
things.
me gag if I miss one.
Yeah. They're similar to this stuff on peas, right? Same sort of thing if I'm chowing down the peas with the pods. I'll get all of the pod, unless they get really stringy. But, except for the end, the whatever they call it. You might actually, if you really thought about it, know the technical term for those things. Forgotten.
Anyway, this was boring.
What was that?
Horror movie.
Oh. Well, it started off quite nice.
Yeah, it did.
And
then it was
I thought it was going to be a different kind of, energy.
Yeah.
More spooky than lots of,
Yeah.
like a house.
You're right. It did start off promising.
Yeah, kind of spooky.
And then it wasn't.
And then, it got noisy and screaming and all that.
Yeah.